Keep a cat and a dog for life. Such retribution in the afterlife. The old monk began to avoid chanting for his pets. 6 Paths of Reincarnation. There is a cause and effect. This is a sentence that Master Haisao often talks about. This eminent monk, who is proficient in the Shurangama Sutra, I spent 12 years in retreat in the mountains. Known as the man who sacrificed life and death. One day, a layman who has kept pets for many years came to ask for advice. Ask about the relationship between humans and animals. Will asked the master to slowly say an amazing word. The relationship between humans and pets. It's more complicated than you think. Keep pets for a lifetime. It had an incredible impact on the arrival. And if you don't chant sutras for pets, it can lead to a special kind of nocturnal entanglement. The path of reincarnation that affects both parties. As soon as this statement comes out, there was an uproar. Puyu Temple, surrounded by green mountains, was built in the Tang dynasty. After thousands of years of wind and rain, the abbot will call the master here for more than 60 years. But in great spirits, eyes twinkling, he became a monk. Study Buddhism, especially focusing on the study of cold words. 12 years of retreat in the mountains. He is respected by the faithful as a voyeur of life and death. First day of every month. 15. Masters will start Dharma for believers. Today is the 15th of the 7th lunar month Hungry Ghost Festival. Also known as Ghost Festival, Sni incense is particularly prosperous. A steady stream of believers came to worship the Buddha. Inside the Nobita Hall, Master Haisao sat on the futon. Kind and solemn face. The believers sat quietly in the store, waiting for the start of the Master. Amata. Master Haisao put his hands together. Greetings to the present letter. Today is the Hungry Ghost Festival, also known as Yulampan Hui. Transcend Buddhism to immortals. Take the important day of suffering. Thank you for your tireless efforts to come and listen to the old man's lecture. When will the crowd pay their respects? A middle-aged woman stood up. He respectfully asked the president. My family has had 2 cats and a dog for many years. Teacher Ru GCHU. But close. Come and hear that having pets will affect the UK in the afterlife. I don't know if that's true. As a Buddhist, how can I handle my relationship with my pets properly? Master Haisao nodded slightly. Good is good. Your question is good. Before discussing the relationship between humans and pets, we must first understand a basic concept of Buddhism. All beings are equal. He explained that Buddhism believes that all sentient beings possess Buddha nature. All revolve in the 6 realms of reincarnation, whether it is human, animals, or other living beings. All under the pull of British belief, through the cycle of life and death. So essentially, there is no essential difference between humans and animals. Just because the life force is different and take on different forms. Believers listen carefully. Some people nod in understanding. We'll ask the master to continue. Cold words, say love and not. Love can't give up. Then the parents and children of the world will continue to be born together. Yes, etc. Based on this passage, revealed among living beings. Involvement due to love dying. Between humans and pets, there is also the implication of this love die. A young man raised his hand and asked the master, do you mean to say, the relationship between us and our pets, will it lead to some kind of connection on the leaf case? Master Hizao nodded. It must be the case. Buddhism emphasizes the origin of the starry sky. All phenomena are born of karma and harmony. The relationship between us and our pets. It's karma. This karma has a past dial night pull. Will also affect the future path of reincarnation. He further explains that in the Buddhist perspective, the relationship between living beings is very complex. Every sentient being we encounter in this life, whether human or animal, it is possible that they have a previous marriage with us. Some pets, maybe even relatives or friends from our previous lives. Because of karma, this world meets us in animal form. The faithful were fascinated. Some people look surprised. This is not a lie. The master of painting and becoming solemn. It is recorded in the original vows of the Bodhisattva Jizen. Immortal stone, evil karma, fall out of the evil way, suffering. Ruadashin has a decree. Chanting Buddha and remembering Bodhisattva, gathering all the best. Serve all sentient beings, free from suffering. This passage tells us that by chanting Sutra can help beings in evil ways, alleviate suffering, even be liberated. The female lay monk who kept pets asked worriedly, Master, then, what impact do pets have on ourselves? Will there be any adverse consequences when you come? Master Hizao gave a speech and replied for a moment. This issue requires multiple perspectives. From the front, having pets is not entirely bad. If we treat pets with compassion, give them good care, help them reduce their pain, that's karma. The Buddha said that the path of eating mountains and fields is mentioned in the Tao Sutra. You have to achieve the 10-mile torsion method. What should be? All sentient beings, simple and fearless too, are better than sentient beings. His great kindness. It's about not killing and empowering beings. It's about philanthropy. He went on to say, however, from another perspective, excessive obsession with pets may also cause some problems. Buddhism holds that all obsession is the root of pain. If we develop a strong attachment to our pets, not only will it cause trouble in this life, it will also affect the reincarnation of the afterlife. An old man asked the master, if the pet dies, how do we handle this? Is there any special ceremony or method? We'll ask the master to answer. This is a good question. When a pet dies, we can do some good deeds for them to help them find a better place. The goblin spirit says that if there is someone on the verge of death, dependence, even one person chanted righteous Buddhists loudly for the sick. In the mission, there is no crime except for weapons. Yabajian, West Germany. Liberation, although this passage is primarily aimed at humans, but it also applies to other sentient beings. He explained that, specifically, we can do it after the pet passes away. Chant sutras for them or do other good deeds. Then the merits are echoed to them. This will help them ease their karma. Get a better reincarnation. The woman asked the master, which scriptures should be recited better? I will ask the master to answer the Amitabha Sutra. The Kesagarbha Sutra and the Heart Sutra are both good choices. Especially goblins. Because Jizang Bodhisattva originated and converted all beings in the 6 realms, it's particularly useful for helping animals out of their misery. In addition, chanting Rama Amitabha Buddha or the holy name of the Bodhisattva king of non-Buddhism, also has good results. A young man raised his hand and asked the master, I've heard that some pets have a relationship with their owners. There is a special marriage. They can even influence each other's fates. Is that true? Master Hizayo smiled slightly. It involves the Buddhist concept of communion. Lang Yan says in the scriptures that all things and people. Don't ask the eldest master to love his wife's house. Kinky. He explained that this passage reveals the involvement of sentient beings due to greed. Between humans and pets, it may also be due to mutual love and obsession. Form an experiential connection. This connection could affect the fates of both parties. Even across life and death. Reincarnation paths that affect the afterlife. Master, are you saying that owning cats and dogs will affect our afterlife? What kind of retribution will there be? Why do you have to pray for pets? The layman asked worriedly. Master Hizayo closes his eyes for a moment. Then open your eyes. Eyes like saws. The relationship between humans and animals is no small matter. Sutra Yuze. Keep pets for a lifetime. Not only has it accumulated in this life, more far-reaching implications. And there was a pause, and the voice was solemn and deep. Today, I will reveal this to you. Little-known secrets behind pets. And how to resolve this. The subtle fetters in the cycle of life and death. Everyone was focused, waiting for this respected monk unravel the mystery that affects the fate of the afterlife. Master Hizayo takes a deep breath. Slowly revealed the first astonishing truth. According to the cold scriptures, all beings play because of love. Hard to get rid of. If we are interested in pets, produce a strong sense of sadness and persistence. Afterlife may form a special connection with them. Lead to follow each other. Reincarnation continues. He explained the situation seriously. Owners may be reborn as pets in the afterlife. Pets can be reincarnated as humans. Form a role swap. And even worse, the two may be entangled for generations. Can't get rid of each other. This is the so-called love-chan karma. The believers were dumbfounded. Some people look worried. Master Hizayo Collection Preface, Tao Kissing Sutra. If more, within 7 or 7 days after life and death, widely create good, it can make all beings in the world free from evil. De Sheng, Heavenly Beast, Sheng Mayo, you. This tells us 49 days after death. It is a crucial period for the reincarnation of the king. And this is true of animals as well as humans. Therefore, when a pet dies, do good deeds for them during this time. Particularly important, an old woman asked the master worriedly. My old dog has just passed 13 days. I'm sorry. Now listen to you. More worried about his whereabouts. How can I help him? I will ask the master to say compassionately, don't worry too much. You can recite the Kesati Garbha Sutra or the Umataba Sutra. Think back to your dog. The most important thing is to let go of obsession. I really pray for him. I hope he can escape the suffering of animal rights. Get a better reincarnation. He goes on to reveal a second important truth. In the 6 realms of Buddhism, animal rights are regarded as one of the 3 evil realms. Turtle Road with crocodile, Hell Road is collectively known as the 3 earths. The lives of animals are filled with pain and fear. Wisdom is limited. difficult to practice. So it's hard to get rid of the animals. If we keep pets, only focus on material care, and ignore their spiritual needs, it even reinforces its animal desires and habits. Then we may inadvertently deepen their animal karma, make it harder for them to achieve liberation. In this case, we may take on certain karma in the next life. A young man asked the master, "How will this kind of business establishment newspaper perform?" Master Hizao's serious answer: according to the Buddhist law of causality, excessive obsession with pets, those who ignore their spiritual guidance. When you come, you may encounter 3 situations. First, he turned himself into an animal. Especially pets experience the same limitations and clothes. The second is to meet the former pet again. But the roles are reversed. Form a special debt relationship. And thirdly, strong emotions, accidents, and obsessions. It is difficult to achieve true inner freedom. The believers were silent. Some people look terrified. Master Hizao can see everyone's unease. To put it mildly, don't be overly afraid. Buddhism is about loyalty. It's not about rejecting animal relationships altogether. It's for us to be right. Get along with them in the right way. Here's the thing. We need to realize that they are sentient beings too. There is also the need and the possibility of liberation. He goes on to reveal a third key truth. Actually, owning pets not only carries potential experiential risks, it also contains special training opportunities. If we can treat our pets with a bodhisattva's heart, it's not just about material well-being. It also creates opportunities for them to come into contact with Buddhism. This is instead a kind of scholar's kindness. When Master Hizao said the Buddha's words earnestly and sincerely, goodness has come to the end of the scriptures. Back to Anodoro, 3 seconds, 3 Bodhi ones. It is karma that deserves to become a Buddha. The future is endless. This tells us, if you can return good deeds to the infinitesimal truth, then the merits of this good deed will be infinite. Therefore, the key to keeping a pet is not whether to keep it or not. It's about how to raise them. If we can do it in the right way, getting along with pets, not only will it not be implicated at night, instead, it may help both parties grow together. A middle-aged man asked the master how to chant scriptures or do merits for pets. Is there a specific ceremony or method? Master Hizao remembered and explained. There are many ways to do good deeds for pets. The most direct is chanting sutras and chanting Buddha. You can choose Goblin Essence, Amitabha Sutra, Heart Sutras, etc., or chanting the names of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, such as Rama Amitabha or Namo Dzang King Bodhisattva. During chanting, pets should be clearly in your mind. Sincerely hope that he can escape from hardship. Get liberation. Echo after chanting. Echo merit to pets. May he be released from the animal path as soon as possible. Get life. And then have the opportunity to practice liberation. In addition to chanting sutras and Buddha, you can also do other good deeds, such as releasing life and offering the 3 treasures. Bible quote party. Then echo the merits to the pet. These scallops also help pets relieve karma. Get a better reincarnation. Master Hizao emphasizes, the most important thing is to persevere. If you can insist on being a pet every day, do some good deeds. the effect will be better, especially when pets are sick or dying. Chanting should be strengthened. Help them die peacefully. A young woman asked the master, "How should we usually get along with our pets? To avoid involvement at night, can it help them achieve liberation?" Master Hizao smiled and gave specific suggestions. First and foremost, treat pets with compassion. Make them friends. All beings rather than their own appendages or playthings. We should respect their natural natures and needs. Don't force them to do something against their nature. Secondly, create conditions for pets to come into contact with Buddhism. For example, you can recite sutras and Buddha in front of them. Play Buddhist music. Or show them Buddha statues, magic tools, etc. Although they may not understand the meaning of the scriptures, but I can hear the Buddha's horn. The sound of scripture is also a message. Help them. Connect with Buddhism in your future life. Third, don't get too attached to pets. It is good to love them, but it should not be produced. A strong sense of possessiveness and dependence. Understand that our relationship with pets is temporary. There will be a day of separation. Fourth, when the pet dies, it needs to be handled rationally and compassionately. A simple ceremony can be held for them. Chanting sutras and chanting Buddha dedicated merit. But don't be too sad or obsessed. It will affect their rebirth. Master Hizao further explained. In the Lengyan Sutra, it is said that if the world harms the 6 sentient beings, his heart doesn't kill. It will not be promised to life and death. This tells us, if you can get rid of the murderous heart, gradually break away from the cycle of life and death. Same with pets. If you can help them, reduce killing and other negative emotions, is to help them accumulate information of liberation. An old layman asked the master, "My cat is already 15 years old. Maybe not much time. How can I assist him before and after his death?" We'll find the master's merciful answer. That's an important question. Animals are often filled with fear and pain when they die. The best thing we can do is to help them, facing death calmly. He explained in detail that when a pet is dying, you can chant Buddhist names or scriptures softly near him. Create a peaceful environment. Don't be too sad or cry in front of him, because it will increase his fear and obsession. After he died, it is best not to move or touch his body immediately. Give him some time, at least 8 hours for the Godstone to leave completely. During this time, you can continue to read Buddhist names or scriptures nearby. Later, during the disposal of his body, should be solemn and respectful. Simple ceremonies can be held, like chanting sutras, etc. If conditions permit, you can ask a monk to recite and copy sutras for him. And here's the thing. Within 49 days of the pet's death, do something good for him every day, such as chanting scriptures to release life, etc., and resound the merits to him. Hope he gets a good place.